Hello Year 1, it's Wednesday and I hope you're all well this week. As this week it is World Book Day, it's a really important week for guided reading, so let's see what book we're going to be sharing together today. Okay. So first of all, our learning question for today is how do brilliant readers make predictions? So we're going to be looking at a short version of a story together and making some predictions. So the first thing to warm us up this morning, we're going to be doing some common exception words, or as you might know them better, are tricky words that Trixie likes to trick us with. Then we're going to be reading the traditional story of Hansel and Gretel, but there is a problem with my version of the story and I'm going to need your help. This is where our predictions are going to come in because we need to guess what happens next. So what you're going to need for today is your whiteboard and pen because we're going to be drawing a picture for our what happens next question. And as always, your brain, your lovely looking eyes and your super listening ears. So let's have a go. First of all, warming ourselves up at some of our tricky words. Now, I know my dragonflies, when we do Read Our Ink, are really good at their tricky words. And I try to win them all, but they get them most of the time. So let's see which ones that you know. If you know them, shout them out. If not, just wait for me and I'll help you as well. Okay, here comes the first one. Not sure if you're going to get it. Here. Here. Well done if you knew that that was the tricky word, here. Fantastic. Here comes the next one. Push. Push. Good job if you shouted out push. You're very good at these. Here comes another one. Are you going to get the third one in a row? Pull. Pull. Brilliant job. Well done, everybody. Even if you're just having a good go. Last one. Here we go. There. There. Well done, everyone. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And if you beat me for any of those and you managed to get one or two or maybe all four of them, give yourselves a really big pat on the back because they are some tricky words. Okay, right, now it's time then to have a look at our story together. So we are going to be reading the story, Hansel and Gretel. But I did say there was a problem with my story. See if you can spot it in a moment. Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, Hansel and Gretel lived with their mum and dad in the woods. One night, Mum told Dad to take the children into the woods and leave them there. The next day, they went for a walk in the woods. Hansel dropped stones along the path. Soon Hansel and Gretel fell asleep, and when they woke up, they were all alone. But they followed the stones all the way home. Oh, I wonder if you can see what's wrong with my story here. Let's carry on. The next day, they went into the woods again. This time, Hansel dropped crumbs along the path. Hansel and Gretel fell asleep, and when they woke up, they were alone again. When they looked for the crumbs, they were gone. And as you can you see what's happened to my story? This is only a short part of the story, and it's just a little version as well, so you could have a go at reading it to yourselves later if you wanted to. But my page has been ripped. Oh dear. Brilliant readers, I need your help. This is where you need to show me how brilliant readers make predictions. So we've only read the first part of our story. They've gone into the woods, they left stones to find their way back, they fell asleep, and they managed to get back home. But then when they did it again with breadcrumbs, they fell asleep again. They were alone when they woke up and the breadcrumbs had gone. So what happens next? I wonder if you know. Now, if you have been a brilliant reader before and you've already read the story of Hansel and Gretel, you might have a good idea of what's going to happen. But you might not have read the story before. So let's have a go at looking what happens next. Okay, I'm going to have a think. What could happen next in our story? It might be that maybe they find their way home. Not sure. Maybe They might even find a map or realise they had a map with them and they can find their way through the forest. It might be that as they're going through the forest, they find a new route to take or a different trail that leads them on a new adventure. Or maybe they might even meet some new characters in the story. So now it's your turn to be your brilliant reader and have a good go at predicting what you think will happen next. Now, this is where our challenge part comes in. What I would like you to do is to draw me a picture, or if you'd like an extra challenge, you could have a go at writing a sentence or two about what you think happens in the story of Hansel and Gretel next. So they've just woken up, their breadcrumbs are all gone. What happens next? I'm going to have a quick go at drawing a picture myself, and I'll see if I'm going to be right the next time we do our guided reading. So let me get myself my piece of paper. Okay, what happens next? Now, I think they're going to continue in the forest. Now, if I was in the forest and I couldn't get home, I'd definitely be a little bit lost. So I'm going to draw the big trees in the forest. I'm going to draw, maybe they find a new windy path. I quite like that idea. And I'm going to draw Hansel and Gretel together. Now, I'm just drawing a very quick picture with some stick men in. You can take as long as you want. You could draw me a fantastic picture. You could even colour it in if you like, because on Friday, we're going to read the rest of the story, if I can find it, and hopefully find out what happens. So these are our predictions that we need to keep safe until Friday. Okay, so mine, like I said, is a very quick picture. Well, I hope you can see because it's a little bit bright in here. So there's my trees in the forest, and there's Hansel and Gretel finding their way on a new trail. And maybe they go on an adventure, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's your turn now to have a go at drawing your picture to guess what happens next. Or you might want to write a little sentence. It's totally up to you. Either way, I want you to keep your predictions safe with you until Friday, when hopefully I can find the rest of the story and we can read it together to see what happens and if our predictions were correct. Well done, everybody. I hope you have a super week and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.